Are you excited already to see When Calls the Heart Season 11 on Hallmark Channel? We know that we are, even if we are more than likely several months away from it airing. With this in mind, this does feel like the perfect time to raise the following question. Are we going to get some official news on a premiere date this month? Is there any hope at all that this is going to happen? Well, let's start by saying this. A lot of it is going to depend heavily on what is going on here when it comes to when Hallmark wants it on the air. There's a chance that they could choose to bring it back in the spring, and if that happens, there's at least a decent chance that something could be announced in late January, around the same time we see the premiere of The Way Home Season 2. If the show doesn't premiere until the summer, however, there's a chance that we could be waiting a little bit longer. In this instance, don't be altogether shocked if we are stuck waiting until we get around to April, more or less, to get more news. Personally, we think it makes the most sense to bring us back to Hope Valley this spring, even if it is a little earlier than the show aired in 2023. After all, production for the latest batch of episodes has already been completed and has been for a little while. If Hallmark doesn't have a lot of other programming for whenever The Way Home ends, why not go ahead and give us some other good stuff? This isn't hard to explain. A renewal for Season 12. If we get that, it could also happen in the spring. That's a good way to ensure that it would keep the same production timeline that we've seen in the past. Harris Magazines and Yahoo may earn commission or revenue on some items through these links. It may be a while before viewers get a taste of When Calls the Heart Season 11, but fans are still actively voicing their opinions about the show while they wait. Recently, Erin Krakow, star and producer of the hit Hallmark series, went on Instagram to post what appeared to be a behind-the-scenes look of the show. Dressed in a plum floral dress, fans see Erin pop out from behind a door, place a finger to her mouth like she's holding a secret, and then close the door behind her. Although she didn't specify if the clip was from filming Season 11, she did tease there are some exciting things headed our way. Tefo, you have exciting things to announce, but you can't yet, she cryptically wrote on December 2. When fans saw the clip, they immediately rushed to share their thoughts about her character, Elizabeth Thatcher Thornton. Since we last saw Elizabeth struggling with her feelings for her former fiancé Lucas Bouchard and longtime friend Nathan Grant, people started to debate in the comments section about who Elizabeth should end up with. Lucas was a really sweet guy, but I have always wanted Elizabeth with Nathan. They are so much better suited because they want similar things. No big city for them. One person wrote on Instagram, "The only exciting thing would be to see Lucas and Elizabeth get back together." Another replied, "The Union City dress. The only news I want again from this show is that Lucas and Elizabeth are back together, and all the mistakes of S10 are rectified," a different viewer added. As folks may remember from the When Calls the Heart Season 10 finale, Elizabeth and Lucas broke off their engagement after Lucas left Hope Valley for the chance of a political career. He eventually lost the gubernatorial race to Governor Balfour, but during that time, Elizabeth and Nathan got emotionally closer. However, things may change for Elizabeth, as she found out that something worrisome happened to Lucas in a cliffhanger that will likely be explained in the beginning of Season 11. We guess we'll just have to wait and see. They say not to mix work and romance, but for Hallmark Channel stars Kevin McGary and Kayla Wallace, they've proven that when the love is true, there's no use denying it. The happy couple started working together on Hallmark's hit series When Calls the Heart during its 6th season in 2019, where McGary played the role of Nathan Grant and Wallace played the role of Fiona Miller. The couple went public with their relationship via Instagram in 2020, and the rest is history. Here, we take a closer look at this lovely couple and their relationship over the last few years. Hallmark actor we know as Nathan Grant in When Calls the Heart became interested in acting in a rather unique way. As a freshman in high school, he mistakenly entered the wrong classroom and found himself in a theater class. He went on to graduate from George Brown College With a degree in creative writing, enrolled in Fanshawe College in London, Ontario to study theatre arts and studied at the Pro Actors Lab. But before pursuing acting professionally, he did some modeling work in the form of catalogs and Harlequin book covers. I did model when I first came to Toronto. I was not good at it, McGary said on the Grass is Greener podcast. But the only thing I really got down was on the catwalk walk or the runway walk. Putting your shoulders back to slide off the jacket and then doing the over-the-shoulder motion in one move. He joked, while also recalling a gig he had in a Sears catalog. I'm from a small town, and back then we had the Sears Witch Book. And they were like, McGary's in the Wish Book, page 170, or whatever it was. Since then, you can find McGary in a range of Hallmark films, including Checkin' It Twice, Feeling Butterflies, My Grown-Up Christmas List, The Wedding Veil, and many more. Kayla Wallace, who studied at the Canadian College of Performing Arts, knew that a career on the stage was what her future would hold. She broke out into the Hallmark scene as Fionn Miller in When Calls the Heart in 2019, but has appeared in numerous television shows and films outside of the network. Her TV work includes parts in Ice, The Good Doctor, The Magicians, and Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist. She has also starred in the movies Heatwave, Undercover Cheerleader, Terrified at 17, Counterfeiting in Suburbia, Killer Ending, and Once Upon a Prince. On Hallmark, you can catch her in 2 films, My Grown-Up Christmas List and Feeling Butterflies, both in which she starred alongside none other than her real-life beau Kevin McGary. The year was 2019 when the duo first began working on When Calls the Heart together, but it wasn't until 2020 that they went public with their romance on social media. The Instagram flick was of a series of Polaroid photos of the two, with the caption reading, "Photo evidence." Since then, the couple hasn't shied away from sharing their love with fans across their social media accounts. Shortly after that initial post from McGary, Wallace took to her own Instagram to share a sweet photo of an ornament adorning her Christmas tree that was a photo of the two of them. The caption read, "The best way to spread Christmas cheer is singing loud for all to hear." An ode to the Christmas classic, Elf, and perhaps one of the couple's most heartfelt declarations of love came from Kayla's Instagram account when she made a post celebrating Kevin's birthday. "Sunshine of my life, the source of 99% of my laughter. My dearest Kevin, happy birthday to you. How adorable is that?" In 2022, the happy couple had the chance to work together on screen once again. Feeling Butterflies was their first Hallmark movie together. The story followed Emily, a butterfly expert who runs a company that releases butterflies at special occasions such as weddings. Garrett hires Emily for his daughter's birthday party. The three form a connection, and something starts to blossom between Garrett and Emily. Later in the year, they once again co-starred in My Grown-Up Christmas List. The touching story follows the bond between Taylor and Luke over the course of several Christmases together. When they first meet, Taylor is a journalist returning home after her mom's passing, and Luke has just returned home from his military duty. In My Grown-Up Christmas List, we watch their relationship blossom from friendship into something more. One thing is for certain, we couldn't be happier for them. After all, with Hallmark being such a hub for love, it's no surprise that so many of their wonderful stars have found romance within the network. In an interview with Deidre Behar from Entertainment Tonight via the Hallmark Channel, Kayla Wallace revealed that life as a fiancé is somehow more magical than before. She continued, "We're just so happy and we're just enjoying this time right now together." Beaming, Wallace joked, "I feel like I have a coat hanger in my cheeks as far as wedding plans." Kayla Wallace also revealed in the interview that she has a vision and the planning is underway. "I bought a dress, so there's that," she excitedly shared. The wedding day itself, however, is still to be determined. "Just waiting to find a date that works with our schedules," she said. Fans of the couple might be wondering when we'll see these two on the screen together next. And while we don't know of anything yet, here's to hoping they'll reunite sooner rather than later. After all, who has better movie chemistry than a real-life couple?